because it's been happening so for so many years, like decades, right? Like from the beginning of time, that's the men that had the position were them, whether they were raises or not, at home in the locker room or not. So I don't think that that's gonna happen.
Right, because we were listen.
It's not
I
new. Like it's
wasn't
not something that's new.
exactly. It's not new, and that's another thing. Like, listen, man. Would I want a Shannon Dawson fired because of this? No. Would I want a Lane Kiffin fired because of this? No. I would want people to know their history and they could then make the determination or not, or whether they want to play for those people. But again, in real life, there are people that I go into an arena and half of them motherfuckers voted for Trump. Do I trust them or not having the damn lights fall down on my head? Yes, I do. Will they? Because their level of professionalism, they're going to make sure those lights stay up there in the rafters and they don't fall down on my head because I'm a Democrat. So it goes into these are people's opinions.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if that's what they like, so be it. We're going to have to work with these people one way or the other. Everybody is embedded into this society. Oh, a coach was to say, I don't want to recruit your kid because your kid mama a Democrat and I'm a Republican. We can't get to that.
No.
Because it can happen the same way.
At the coaching level, I feel like sometimes you're out of touch of some of the things that are going on a day-to-day basis. I know some of the kids are out of touch. They don't know. I remember having a conversation with like a top athlete, and I was like, you don't really know what's going on. They don't know the political climate. And so I know that you are very aware, but a lot of coaches are out of touch with the details.
But most of the parents do know because ultimately, unlike the NFL, the parents are guiding. When the coach do a home visit, he's going there to meet the parents and meet everybody, and he's going there to make his case for those kids to come play for him. And I can trust me. I know some brothers as coaches, some mamas feel good when her baby is being recruited by some brothers. We're not naive to that, but when these type of things come out into the world and they walk up in the house and on that level, you got Marcus Freeman coming in the house. You got your coach. See, you're gonna give Freeman your kid anyway, because you probably like Freeman. Yeah. All the girls
Notre
like
Dame.
Freeman.
Are you talking about if
Notre Dame? Yeah.
Come in to sit on your couch, whether it's Marcus Freeman or any other coach. I think you're going to pay attention.
Yeah. So Marcus Freeman come in there. Your coach from Maryland,
Coach Locksley.
Coach Lockley's come in there. You have Deion Sanders. You have Coach Huff. You have the coach over at Virginia Tech. These brothers come sit in your living room trying to get your child, and then you have one of these coaches come in there. The parents know. Mama knows.
They do.
Mama knows. Now, mama and daddy know. Daddy might be the whole fuck this shit. I want my child to go play at blah, blah, blah university because I see myself. And then mama sitting up in that motherfucker like, baby, you got Freeman up. You can get the same shit you get with Freeman and Locksley and all that. You better take your ass over there because ultimately comes down to, you know what it ultimately comes down to? When your kid leave high school and go to that college, like I hear it all the time. Warren Sapp tell me, hey, I left Orange County as a boy, but I became a man in Miami. Because they're 17 years old and they end up here 4 years later. Yeah. I'm a lot of them say that. Edgerrin James, I left Markley a boy, but I became a man in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first time they left home and they grew up and understanding the world. But again, that's a whole nother movie when it comes to that. I ain't gonna get you in trouble with me because they keep me in trouble. I stay in trouble.
Yeah, I want you to stay out of trouble. That's why I came today. I said maybe I can help him stay out of trouble today.
You are Yeah.
We got to talk about Shedeur. You know, people are
Shedeur Sanders going to the Pro Bowl.
I'm in trouble for supporting Shedeur and congratulating him online, and people are telling me I'm on the wrong side, and I'm like, why is there a side? There should only be one side. Congratulations to Shedeur. That's it. Like there's no other side.
Why is it a side?
Yeah. Why?
Listen, it is a side.
Why?
You're on Mike Tomlin's side, and everybody else was against him.
Yeah, that's fine.
She talking about, yeah, see that.
It's true.
So in this world today, we are picking fucking sides.
Yeah.
I'm always on the side of right, and I'm not on the side of wrong. Some people can't deal with the side of right until they hit them dead in their face, and they're like, oh shit, Luther was telling us the truth. God damn it, this motherfucker again. Some people don't. Most people don't want to know. Like, I'm pretty sure the Pittsburgh Steelers fans right now who said, D, that's fucked up. Why you don't like Pittsburgh and the treatment of Mike Tomlin that they're doing? And then they get Mike McCarthy. And you like, oh, you done fucked around and found out.
Yeah, I mean, they'll warm up to the idea. It'll be fine. It's really not as bad as like I probably made it seem. I just thought it was funny because they were so miserable with the pick. A lot of them were, but it's not that bad. But again, sometimes you gotta ride the wave versus trying to push somebody out the door because you never know who's gonna come walking in behind them. It could be worse.
So why are they upset with you about Shedeur?
Because I knew that people that hate Shedeur were going to say he's not worthy of the Pro Bowl. But they hate me because look, congratulations. It is something he gets to be a part of the Pro Bowl. Everyone's going back to what the Pro Bowl used to be. It's not that anymore. And for me, and I did record something about this earlier. For the NFL to use Shedeur, whether we admit it or not, the NFL used Shedeur back in April for 3 whole days. 3 whole days. They got ratings out of Shedeur for the draft. Don't nobody watch the draft on day 2. They used Shedeur for ratings. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So Cleveland gets Shedeur. They get this social media boost. They get this jersey sale boost. They get all of this attention boost because of Shedeur. And he goes out there, whatever his stat line is, it comes down to the Pro Bowl time, right? And for whatever reason, all these other quarterbacks in the AFC don't want to go. They don't want to go. They're hurt. They're injured. They rather do something else with their time. And the opportunity it presents itself for Shedeur to go. He can go. And he wants to go.
Why they don't tell that part of the story? Why it just seems like
why? But it's the same every year. It just happens to be Shedeur, and they don't like his numbers. And they're like, he threw all these interceptions. He did this, he that. At the end of the day, I am happy for Shedeur because he got used for ratings, and he's a 5th rounder. So now when it's time for him to come to the table and negotiate a new contract with hopefully another team, a different team, I should say, he can push that in front of the table and say, well, I do have a Pro Bowl under my belt. So that's in my mind, that's the least the NFL could do is get him in the Pro Bowl, because and for people that are complaining, because you already complain about not watching it. Somebody that's covered the Pro Bowl for the last 3 years. Y'all complain, you don't like it. It's boring. We don't want to watch it. Put something else on. They get the guy that everybody's watching to come to the Pro Bowl, and you're mad.
And so, I mean, speaking of Tommy Tuberville,
it's the least the NFL could do is get Shedeur Sanders, the guy everybody wants to see on television, to the Pro Bowl.
So is Shedeur getting reparations? Is this a repair? Is this them repairing? Is this them trying to clean up the wrong that they did against him in the draft?
It's the least they could do. It's the least they could do.
I mean, because it is freaking amazing. They don't, like, I saw my good friend Omar Kelly. Oh, the Pro Bowl is not what it is. He's the beat writer for the Miami Dolphins. But Omar always, that's a whole nother story. But I'm looking at people, and it's almost like the haters are coming out, talk about this man making the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't tell the story of, just like you just said, how many people turned down getting in the Pro Bowl, and he's sitting there and they're like, yo, hey, Shador, you want to come and be a backup? Yeah, I ain't doing that. No problem. I'll come, but then we know that they were doing it to do what they're doing, shedding light to the situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. The best thing they could have right now going on is fucking Bad Bunny during the halftime, because New England and Seattle.
You ain't right.
New England and Seattle. I mean,
I'm all for the Cardi B. Is it Barty Gang? If we had to do the Swifties, now it's fine for the Barty Gang. I'm with it. I'm team Cardi.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Mm-hmm. So you think Cardi gonna get the same coverage?
No.
The Swiftie got?
No. But
you got faith in the NFL. They gonna put Cardi in the box.
No, I mean, no, from a national broadcast standpoint, but I feel like, because Cardi is so personable and she's going to give you the soundbite, she's going to talk to the media, she's going to walk through the crowd, she's going to engage with the fans. Yes, it's going to be great because individually people are going to be happy, but from a main NFL broadcast, it's not going to be the same.
So they're not going to take the camera. And when
every time she does something and
show Cardi and all her girlfriends giving high fives like Taylor Swift. Now, mind you, I like Taylor Swift. Just so y'all know, don't hate nothing. This ain't no Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is down like a motherfucker. Huh? So
it's not going to be the same.
They're not going to do Cardi. They're not going to put the camera on Cardi up there with her girlfriends. Cardi not going to be like what they had the Ice Spice, Taylor had Ice Spice. Was it Ice Spice? I get mixed up with these girls. Everybody short with little big asses, and they all turn around. I don't get to see their face. I just see their ass. I just see their ass all the time. Doing what I taught their mamas how to do 100 years ago, and the mammy passed it down to the children, and the children rapping a song. So I don't get to see their face enough. I just see little red girl turn around with ass. So they're not gonna show Cardi up in the. No, Cardi is my friend.
I mean, not as much. It'll be like once or twice, but not as much. Not as much.
Well, so Cardi crew is what? Is that
Barty Gang? Yeah, Barty Gang.
The Barty Gang. The Barty Gang. Oh my God. Hey man, I love Cardi. That's my girl. When they gave me the only award I received, when they gave me a Lifetime Achievement Award, BET Hip Hop, Cardi was in the front row, and I saw Cardi. She was coming up, and I praised Cardi. I said, Cardi, don't let these motherfuckers tell you nothing about who you are and all that, because she had them been going through like, oh, who she is and all that. But that's crazy. What happened to you, D? Where's D Love Sport? D is out of there, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta let her get back in there. But no, that's gonna be very interesting to see Cardi up in there. You just can't be leaving the set like that. It's almost 1,000 people, and they want to see your little smiling face.
They want to see you. No, but I
see how you keeping me out of trouble. We're talking about other things like Cardi.
I know. That's why I'm here. I am here. I'm here to talk about, like, again, Pro Bowl, Super Bowl. It's going to be crazy. Marshawn Lynch is going to have the San Francisco Bay Area on fire. The Seattle Seahawks are in there. Marshawn is going to go insane.
I already know. See, Seattle does. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
It's hard. I want to go for the Patriots because I want to see all the things that Cardi does, and I want that for the timeline. I want that for her. I really want that. But I really do enjoy the Seattle Seahawks' defense. But I'm gonna stick with the Patriots.
Yeah, and that's so hard, right?
And Diggs is a Terp. He a Maryland Terp. He from Maryland.
Really?
So I gotta go with Diggs.
I gotta go. I'm going with. Just think about it. We all grew up. You're a youngster. We all grew up hating Boston. Period. We just thought Boston was the most racist city in the world, so we hated the Patriots. We hated them winning and all this. I remember I'm sitting in the having brunch, looking at the game, and I'm cheering like interception, yes. And the people in there was like, "What the fuck? You cheering for them? They're the enemy." And the black people and the white people, like dog fans and shit. And I'm like, yeah. It was like, well, why are you cheering for them? And I was like, I have a player. One of my players played for them. You know, I'm like, one of my players, Carlton Davis, the cornerback, he played for me. I coached him in high school, so I want him to go to the Super Bowl, just like Tutu Atwell for the Rams. I wanted to see him go to the Super Bowl, and that would have been such a great thing. They didn't make it, you know, but the Patriots have been, and Boston has been arguably one of the most hated programs and hated city when it comes to black versus white, which we don't want to make it out of that. But Kraft has did a good job of bridging that whole thing, because you got to remember when Brady was there his first time, he had a damn Donald Trump hat in his locker. Remember that?
I feel like I do remember that. Oh, it's at the top. Okay, it's at the top.
It was at the top. I remember that. Were like, yeah, you know, they kind of, you know, and the coach. So people were like, okay, well, that's acceptable for them because they are Boston. You know what I'm saying? And they have a problem with us. But Kraft has did a good job of changing the narrative, even with supporting Meek Mills, because he's always been there in support of Meek Mills, even in his trying times. How that happened, where they came with this bond, because we know Meek is from Philly, but Kraft, like, you know, I don't know the story behind it, but Kraft.
I feel like Jay-Z had a lot to do with that. I feel like Jay-Z had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, so that's some boy, that would be some smart shit for Jay-Z. I got a franchise that's suffering from racial identity, have a racial identity problem. So I'm gonna take the owner, and the owner, you gonna go hanging out with them.
I don't understand how intelligent Jay-Z is.
No, that motherfucker's smart. No, he's smart. That's my guy. Shouts out the whole. Oh, I love my brother. Jay-Z is very smart.
Y'all need to talk.
Yeah, and he calculates. So that's a great point. That would be a hell of a way to take the bad light off of a franchise and say, man, I need you to go over here, go to the court, holler at the judge, you know, sit in there, Meek Mills, big time artist at the time, at the peak, and you showing that, hey, it's all love. And then now it's more because you got this is like a Hollywood movie script.
Yeah, and he's with the what's the guy from Fanatics? I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank. The guy that owns Fanatics, runs Fanatics. I can't think of his name. I feel terrible, but yeah.
You went
and also have a relationship. So he has these top people in the sports industry, and he has their attention. And who's one of those people in the sports industry that's making calls behind the scenes? Jay-Z.
Yeah, listen. If it happened like that, that's a great thing. So Super Bowl.
Yeah.
New England quarterback did not have a great game.
It's gonna be a great week.
It's Super Bowl. It's a hell of a story with the young quarterback. It's a hell of a story that he played like shit his first year, which is how all quarterbacks, brand new quarterbacks, playing in next year. He plays good and got a new coach and not in the Super Bowl. It's the expectation of coaches nowadays is Super Bowl, or you get fired even in the second round, because you've seen there's so many NFL coaches fired. Is that what we're doing right now?
You know, that's what's happening. That's what it is. The climate is completely different. But now you have two coaches, Vrabel in his first year with the team, and Mike Macdonald in his second year with the team. And so those alone is just going to make the hill even harder to climb for coaches. They're like, well, Vrabel did it in his first year. Why can't you do it? You know, yeah, McDonald did it in his second year. Why can't you do it? So yeah, they are doing it. And it's going to make it tough for these guys that are getting new jobs. You're gonna have to push an organization forward fast. There is no
championship or bust.
yeah,
That's what it seems like.
playoff win or bust. And then
So
if you have playoff wins or multiple trips to the playoffs, or you ain't got the wins, like you can't you gotta show progress. Not necessarily perfection, but you have to show immediate progress.
let me ask you this, right? You didn't see that many in this cycle. There was no black coaches get hired. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, which I went hard and say when Ryan Clark said, "Look, man, this is going to make it difficult for black coaches." What the Michigan coach did, you see that making it difficult for black coaches to get hired now? Do you think that's part of it? Somebody made that argument with me. Oh, see what happened? Look what's going on. This guy, Sharon, whatever the hell his name is, did that, and now they're not even hiring black coaches because they looking at these black coaches. You think that's affecting black coaches?
I personally don't. And then I also, want to argue who were the qualified outside of Brian Flores, right? Who were the qualified ones for the roles? There were some other guys of color that got interviewed. I think the Ravens interviewed a couple of men of color, and I can't remember where the guy was from. But there's some coaches of color that get interviewed. But who's worthy outside of Flores? Who is worthy?
I mean, let's face it. I would have.
I'm not saying that there's not, but I'm just asking the question, like, who is among of the qualified of color for the head coaching positions?
Locksley.
Okay. I don't have
Dion.
But okay.
Dion.
Anybody? Dion? Okay. And will their programs allow them to be interviewed?
That would have came out. I think I think I always looked at Locksley is down the lines of Tomlin, a leader of men.
Has interviewed in the recent years for a head coaching position. I just can't remember where.
I could have seen Locksley out of most of these guys. I could have seen him being an NFL coach, and I would have wished they would have tried to get him. I could have seen him because he's so fucking real. You know what I'm saying? And them dudes. One thing about these dudes in the league, if they see any kind of sign of weakness in you as a head coach, and that's what the league is about. That's why those guys can be successful. You know what I'm saying? That's why Dabo could be successful. That's why Detroit coach could be successful at a franchise that never had any success. Either you're gonna be that or you're gonna be finesse, like the coach at the Rams. You gotta be, you gotta come with something. You just can't be coming with nothing. So I don't know about this cycle of coaches, but the jury is out. That's what we have.
Yeah, because I think the guy
ain't never won shit anyway. So
has 1 year. The guy up in the Jets, he has 1 year. I don't.
Yeah. They're gonna clip him after this year if he don't get it done. So
Tampa Bay, he on his last year too, probably most likely.
Now I'm getting ready to go into this politics. You sure you want to sit there, get in trouble?
Nope. I
Why
ain't
you
in trouble.
looking like that?
I'm not. I'm protecting my.
I think you can handle this one, and if you can't handle this, you just say no, Luke. I'm leaving. Fuck that. Why?
Go ahead.
What's that helmet behind you? You got a helmet behind you?
Just a little Super Bowl helmet.
You ready? When does your other league start?
The UFL, the 27th of March, we're about to start shooting. I do a show weekly with the head coach of the DC Defenders. We're going to have a show this Wednesday. We're going to be live.
Is DC, is the Redskins getting a new stadium?
Yes, they are. Yep, they're actually moving back. They're moving out of Maryland back to DC. So it'll be a few years for that stadium.
Okay. So they'll continue playing.
Yeah, but they'll be out of Maryland until it's ready. But that'll be dope because I'm sure they're going to try to get they're actually doing the draft, I think, next year in DC. But they're going to try to ploy for something. It's cold here in DC, but I'm sure they'll definitely still try to get a Super Bowl anyway.
I know it's so hot here. I mean, it is so. Hey, I got another sports question for you. You see Mark Cuban offering Mendoza $39 million.
Oh, to stay in Indiana, right?
To stay in Indiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
One part of me when I talk to you about these motherfuckers was making all this money before they start paying these kids. Fuck that. The other part of it becomes because these owners, because these billionaires like Mark Cuban and other billionaires can't buy NFL team because the NFL will not allow them to get in the good old boys club.
Mm-hmm.
Are they, because I'm a futuristic guy, I'm always looking down, and that's what gets me in trouble. That's why people be upset with me because I be talking about, oh, I see this shit coming. And then they be like, no, Luke, it ain't coming. You just trying to hate on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Yeah. And then when it comes, be like, oh, shit, Luke did say that. But then I done got in trouble. So my question, do you see these billionaires who can't buy a team because the NFL ownership will not allow them to buy a team now going and damn near buying college teams? And that's their way of getting into, because I did see a study one time. I don't know whether I have to find it. I did see a study one time where it was like a lot of billionaires investing in colleges and they're getting a return on their investment some sort of way, whether it's through marketing or whatever it may be. Because it's like, it don't make no fucking sense. Why would Mark Cuban, what's the benefit of a businessman like him spending $39 million on a quarterback not to go to the league? What are you doing?
It's still a tax. I mean, some tax write-offs. You get that. You see the potential, I think, in Mendoza as he moves forward. And so, I mean, I don't know how he permanently attaches himself to Mendoza and gets it back. I don't know how the school, I don't know, but I don't know what other businesses he gets to attach to that school to see financial gain from, because Mark Cuban has his hands in so many different things. But I'm sure Mark Cuban has it figured out. I don't doubt it, because that's what these schools, they like, look, we bringing in money, and we're bringing in money from all of our billionaire friends, or millionaire friends, and that's how we're going to keep kids here. That is an 80s job right now.
Yeah, that's outside of calling my name that I gave the money and making me a folk hero, that's some hell of a advertisement. I'm just saying. So you sure you might want to stay for this one right here. Stay for this political conversation. Stay for this one right here. Cause I know you don't want to be in trouble with me. And you can relate to this one right here. So
playing with you.
Check this one out right here.
Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll because you are nothing but a pick me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
Let me put my Don Lemon glasses on.
I don't have, I gotta fight with all types of trolls. I'm not trying to fight with no Nicki Minaj.
I gotta put my Don Lemon glasses on. You heard Don Lemon just, and I gotta put my glasses on.
Yeah.
Hey, you stay clean out of trouble. You like.
I like people like I can't be nice anymore like that. I feel like the nice me is gone. So people, they coming at me left and right about everything. Especially now they ain't got Tomlin to talk about. They trying everything. they trying to figure everything. I'm going to war with Shador going to the Pro Bowl. So now I ain't trying to deal with the Barbs. I ain't trying to argue with them. Like, girl, you saw Kanye West put out a note, maybe
I saw that. He said he was suffering from
bipolar disorder, and he want to apologize. I'm happy he apologized. I'm happy. We all know. Listen. I'm glad you brought that up. Mm-hmm. We all know Kanye West was suffering from something. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We know he was tripping. People apologize all the time, and we know some of these people are apologizing for shit, and the apology is not sincere. We know something was wrong with Kanye West. We know he was unfucking hinged. I mean, he had video to show that something ain't right. Mm-hmm. This brother is off the rack. So I know Kanye West. I did a record with Kanye West. I vibe with Kanye West when he was saying, so I kind of know the dude, like, what the fuck happened? You had some bath salt or some shit? What you had some bad drugs or something? But for him to explain that right now, that's what he was suffering from. And he apologized to everybody, Jewish people. My question to you think people are going to accept this apology? A bit. Like, I think the public in general, people that may not have like direct relationships with Kanye are like maybe open to it. But as far as the friends and the family who he has caused harm to, I mean, they may have heard these things before, you know what I mean? So it may take some time for them to deal with it. But just because he apologized doesn't mean, like, I think people don't have a true understanding what it is. Like, you can't necessarily control it. Medications don't always make it. It doesn't go away, So when you have like those manic moments or episodes, it's different for every person. And they could last. And even though you said sorry yesterday, you talking crazy the next day. And it's like, how can I be so forgiving? Like you have to teach yourselves how to deal with that. So I think the people that he's truly hurt in person, and that have truly loved on him may have a harder time just accepting it. But I think for the mass public, they're cool with it. They can be accepting of it. They will be accepting.
Yeah, I know how cruel the industry can be, right? And I know this industry will use you up, spit you out, throw you out the door, right?
Know it.
And there are certain people that'll do that, And I think what happened with Kanye West is these people wanted to go a different direction. And when he went to the door that he normally goes in, which is the good old boy club, the door was locked. His key didn't work. And when his key didn't work, because he saw other people pushed out that door in this business and their key don't lock, but he's in on the other side, him then saying, going fucking bananas. How dare y'all throw me out the door? And then he started calling names of people who were in the room because he was in that room. He was in that room. He started calling names of people, going in on certain people, going in on certain artists, calling those guy's name and
You're
then
all
making it a Jewish thing. You know, look,
you're describing what's happening with Nicki Minaj.
correct. And that's what happens in this business. So when they say we're gonna move on from you to Cardi B, or we're gonna move on from you to They Not Like Us, it's like no, you know what I'm saying? Because they moved on from somebody else to get to you, and they put you on that pedestal, and a lot of people, it's hard for them to accept that these people are saying, no, go from A-list to B-list or C-list, because they don't ever think that they should be out of the room of A-list. Jay-Z stays in the A-list room because Jay-Z is very calculated, and Jay-Z went beyond just being an artist. When you're just an artist in this business, what ends up happening, you're replaceable. We got to move on and find a younger virgin who's the new motherfucker. Is it A$AP Rocky? Is it Rihanna? It's always a new one. But, you know, and then there's some, because you thinking you on the level of Jay and Beyonce, and you're going to be here with them or Taylor Swift all the time. And then now when they say, no, you're not them.
Can't sit with us.
They move on. Exactly. Now you got to go in the second row. You can't understand that.
Tables back there.
Yeah. And they kick you out the house. And them people go get another person and put in the house. I ain't gonna get you in trouble. I ain't gonna call no name. They go get somebody else and bring in the house to stay relevant, because it's all about being relevant. And that's, unfortunately, people, that's how this business is. It's very trifling. It's trifling. I mean, when you look at Tom Brady on TV, Tom Brady had to replace somebody. There was somebody else that sat in that seat to be the color commentator for Tom Brady, and Tom Brady eventually get replaced also. And so when you go bananas, when it's time for these folks to move on, and then you be like all upset that the same person is pushing the button. I mean, same thing happened with Puff Daddy.
Yep.
You know, same thing happened. So everybody at some point, you know, you got to be able to humble yourself and be like, okay, I see how this shit going. You know, if you're going to be just an artist, if you're just going to be an artist, or if you're not going to use your platform to do other things, like Snoop. Snoop uses his platform to do other things, and everything that you see Snoop involved in, and that's my brother. I love him to fucking death. You see Snoop move from just being a death row artist or Snoop Doggy Dogg and ain't doing no music to being an iconic television personality, doing the Olympics, Snoop hosting this, and Snoop doing this, and the commercials, the beer, you know, Snoop took his whole personality to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because he was likable. See, now me, I stay in so much trouble, D.
You stay in so much trouble.
I be,
See,
you know, they be like, they be scared to fuck with me.
Look, like Snoop, everybody knows Snoop smoke weed. I'm not saying he's the best example in life, right? Like, I mean, you know, whatever. But, you know, he in there with Martha. He got a children's show. He got books. You know, of course, he does the football, has the whole football league, and kids are coming in and out of that too and going to the league. So you can do it. It's doable. We're going to reel you in a little bit.
And me?
Yeah.
No. I'm the bad guy. You see, that's all I do is wear black. I wear the black hat. Yeah. There are people who wear that white hat and put the white on. In fact, I got to go to Rick Ross' birthday party. Shouts out to Rick Ross. Got birthday coming up. Birthday party. You got to put on all white. You coming to the party?
I wasn't invited, but if he invites me, I'll see what I can do.
I'm going to tell Ross to invite you. He got a big party on Wednesday. I got a big trial on Wednesday. My trial, here's the funny,
Oh, I ain't coming this one.
They appealed the you know, we got our catalog back, And obviously the folks appealed it. And
Mhm.
so the appeal is being heard on the 28th.
Okay.
The appeal is being heard on Wednesday. So here's the crazy part about it. This was going to get you laughing.
Uh-oh.
So something is going on with the court where they're doing some remodeling, and the appeal is going to be heard at the University of Miami.
Oh Lord. Yeah. I gotta go. Look,
I should have saw your face.
somebody call me. If somebody call my
9
phone.
o'clock in the morning. I'm at the University of Miami, because they got a courtroom. They got a whole courtroom there. And the people gonna be hearing the appeal. They love me. Hey, look, D. They love me at the University of Miami.
Do
They
they?
love me.
I can't tell.
I don't know what these haters be thinking about on this app. They be like, hey, them boys, I don't give a damn who, the big money boys, they be calling me, hey, Luther. They call me like this. Luther, so how do you really feel about this guy? I'm like, no. Yeah, okay, I just,
He's like, we can get him out of there.
Huh?
Stop. Okay, that's it.
They love me at you. Hey, you can ask Mario Cristobal that. He'll tell you they love me. Yeah. Mario loves me too. Well, I'm the guy that I'm the uncle. I'm the uncle that keep you honest. Like, motherfucker, you better get that shit done. I'm the uncle that come here, boy. Get that shit done, boy. God damn it. You better get that shit done now. Because I'm gonna say something. But no, it's all love. See, I like the expression on your face. You was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah. They know you coming.
Of course they do. All the kids in Law School, they are so detached. Well, they love their sports and all that, but the sports department, they love me. Them kids in law school, I talk to them all the time because my case, is a historic constitutional case. And every now and then I go down there, talk to them about the music industry, and sometimes I go talk about the case. So it is so ironic that they're getting to hear my case over there at the University of Miami, a place that they love me so much.
Yeah, lots of love.
I am so loved there. But that's gonna be interesting. So I got some more politics I'm getting ready to get into.
I think
you don't want to be a part of this because I know you'll get in trouble.
Yeah, I should take the high road. I should.
You gonna take the high road? You sure you don't want to hear this?
I'm not sure. I feel like the Grinch. I'm not sure.
That our friend, well, I don't know if I call him a friend. Stephen A. Smith is talking shit again.
I don't know if you would categorize this as a third rail or a pitfall, as you describe, but in your book, you talk about how when you were first starting with, quite frankly, you were concerned that the Black community might see you as a sellout, as an Uncle Tom. And as you know, some of those criticisms have come about lately. And I want to just play a quick clip to get your reaction.
Sure. To use your platform in order to not only come for me, but consistently kind of have a track record of coming for Black women, I was just very disappointed in him.
They're paying you not for your numbers, my friend. They're paying you because you are willing to say the nasty things about Black people that they want to say.
Your reaction?
They should be ashamed of themselves. Where's your evidence?
Well, Crockett, you have apologized.
Well, let me tell you what I apologized for. Trump followed up what I said by calling her low IQ and stuff like that, which I found appalling. She's a highly educated woman. She's licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, Arkansas, and federally. She's a United States representative. She's an influential, intelligent, decent, good Black woman who cares a lot about Black people in this country. So I apologized for assisting in any way this notion that it's okay to say that about her, because I didn't want any parts of that. But I did feel that the situation was overblown. I was simply saying, is cursing the president out and calling him a piece of on national television or in front of a national audience going to help your constituency? I wanted to know the answer to that question.
You know, it's not just Joy Reid and
Let me say something about Joy Reid. Let's get this out of the way. I don't know this woman. I've met her one time. I shook her hand once. I've never spoken to her in my life. And she's responding that way because when she got fired by MSNBC, her show got canceled. I spoke on it. And what I said was, she is a talent, highly intelligent woman. I respect her. The issue, however, is that if your numbers drop 47% and you are black, in this culture that we're living in, did you really expect something else to happen? Of course they were going to do that to you. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying and you might be right. But the manner in which you're going about it, that ain't going to serve you well long term.
But why is it that many black women have had this criticism on Stephen A. Smith?
Who are the many? Because I think there are a few.
That waiting on, because it seems to me that our friend, well, I don't know if I call him a friend, Stephen A. Smith is talking shit again.
How do you respond to all that?
I think they think.
I mean,
your audience think this is funny, by the way.
I know.
Okay, but go ahead. Sorry.
You're a black journalist. You're a black female journalist.
I'm a black woman in media. Yeah.
And this man is fighting Jemele Hill one week, Carrie Champion another week, Joy Reid another week. A guy of his stature, do you think he should be doing a big CBS, ABC conversation about these women? You think that's healthy?
Should he be doing it about, like, meaning
this whole thing?
I mean,
should
that was
he
a question.
handle it a totally different way?
Should he handle it differently? I think so. He, of course, he probably can't have 100% control of the questions that they ask him, but I feel like, yes, he can handle it better. Like, there's a lot of things Stephen A. Smith can handle better, but is he going to do that? Like, no. Sometimes he is and sometimes he isn't. And the times we're going to talk about him are for all the times he doesn't handle things the way that we think he should. And so I do think there's a better way to handle it. And when you say many, I don't know, I just feel like that's also the sports people. Like, we are so quick to snap back and give you a fact and, like, turn the words around for you to make you look silly. And it's disheartening when you see him do it to black women. It sucks. Like, there's really nothing else I could say. But also, I understand that there are people that be like, well, why if black women say something crazy, why can't I say nothing? I can't say nothing back to them because they black, because they a black woman. And there's that take too. But I still feel like where he's at and the position he's at, he can definitely take the high road.
Yeah, I think shots out to some breaking news. JoJo Trader has committed, according to On3, to North Carolina State. Everybody saw that coming. Good for him. Look up with your quarterback. It's a great thing. Everybody know that was coming. Yeah, JoJo, go with your quarterback. Like Ray went with his quarterback, Emory, over to East Carolina. That's a good thing. But going back to this here, I think when you're at the top, whether you're a man or a woman, and you're at the top, especially with brothers, it's so difficult for brothers and sisters to get in this game. You know that. I've always told people how exceptional, how knowledgeable you are of this business and how you know your shit. And I just think the world of you. Maybe I'm biased.
I appreciate you.
I don't care. But I know you know your shit. You know your sports. You know your football. That's why you can cover Maryland and you can cover the Defenders and teams like that. I just think the world of you at some point. You'll be, the D Love Sports big show. That's why I want to see you, because I think that's what it is. But when you see the guy at the top, Stephen A., the brother, And these girls who have lost their job, ladies, and you're tearing them down, it's like almost to me, I'm getting the feeling that you keeping them down and you can handle that a different way. Now, I originally went after Stephen A. Smith, right? Years ago. The person that called me and told me to chill out was Jamel Hill. Luke, he's not like what you say. Because I'm all this that they saying, I said this before, and me and him became cool. I said this before. Like I was getting that vibe.
You were on the show, right? You don't do a whole lot of interviews. You was on the show, right?
Yeah, I did this podcast. So I was getting that vibe that everybody wants to say right now. And I know I wasn't the only person, and these girls would go and put these fires out and say, no, he's not like that, Luke. He's totally not like that. He's a good person. He looks out for everybody. It's always kind of funny for me to be like, y'all saying he like that now. And when I said it, but I just, the voice of reason, the old head in the room, I hope that they all some point sit down, have a conversation, and work it out privately, you know, and don't be getting on this shit, talking this shit about each other, because all those women are very, very good at what they do. And I think it's just shedding, it's making it bad for these women. It's making it bad.
You can work on his
black
delivery.
women to get on in this business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a good thing. I mean, like again, like the girl that does NBA, I know a lot of brothers don't even look at that shit because of her. You know, they got more shit on TikTok. Because of what she went through, the pushback. Now, mind you, she went back and forth with Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when it was like they were talking about the Boston Celtic thing, and she came in, hijacked the show.
Monica McNutt is her name.
No, not Monica.
Not Monica?
No, Monica. We love Monica. The host of the NBA show, the girl who married the white guy.
Oh, Malika Andrews.
I set you up for that one.
I thought you were talking about, because you know him and Monica had
yeah, Malika. That was the Malika. And she got into it with Perkins. It was like
Malika.
She got into it with Perkins, got into it with Stephen A. Smith, and a lot of black men don't, and then on top of it, you know, a lot of black men don't really fuck with her like that. You know what I'm saying? They look at her like the op. But that's a whole nother thing. You know, I'm getting ready to go deep into it. You sure you want to?
I've been trying to take the high road for a long time now. Y'all,
it's gonna get ratchet right now. Yeah, you might need to. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure y'all follow D Love Sports. This last take, she's not gonna be able to hang out here with us because D has a day job.
I got. I can't take the heat that Luke be taking. I'm out.
Exactly. Hey, y'all follow D Love Sports. She does the Sports and Coffee back on Twitter in the morning, and follow her on Instagram, D Love Sports, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all her good shit. And D, unfortunately, is in DC, freezing her ass off while I'm hot like a motherfucker.
Lots of snow, y'all. I appreciate you.
So when y'all, it's like y'all like Eskimos. Do y'all have somebody to cuddle up with? Do it?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, you can arrange that. It can be arranged.
Everything can be arranged. Thank you.
I recommend it.
I know. Is it like a big thing where you got to go get a big man? The women have to go get a big man, or is it the same as the girl? Like fellas, we'll say we got to go get a big girl when it's 5 degrees outside. They'll hold on to something. Skinny girls can't get it now.
I get the one that can move the snow and can get the groceries. That's what I go for.
On that note, we're gonna keep D pure and thank you. Make sure y'all follow D Love Sports. I love you, sister.
Bye. Love you too.
All right. That's D Love Sports, people. That's my girl. I love her to death. D is a world traveler, knows sports like a motherfucker. Anything you need to know about sports, go to her page, follow her, like, share, subscribe, all of her stuff. She's the best in the business. I done went over like a motherfucker, but I cannot leave without this.
What the? They killed him? Did they kill him?
Go. What the fuck is wrong with you? The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
I know y'all have seen this footage a million times online because y'all couldn't believe it, just like I can't believe it. My take on this is horrible. God bless this man who's a nurse, went out there to help somebody, and he got unalive. Something got to give in Minnesota. Something got to give. We're talking about taking a high road. President of the United States needs to take a high road. Where we're going with this is not good. The way they're going about it is not good. The politics involved in this is not good. It is amazing what's happening here, people. And I just want to say it needs to stop. Thank you for your comment. So I'll show everybody's comment. Now they're going to get you, Mr. K. We gotta do better. I mean, Minnesota has been ground zero for some of the most reckless things, whether it's killing George Floyd or now killing protesters. In this country, you have the right to protest. To go out and protest, and let's face it, they want to unalive this man and say he had a gun, but these are the same people who cape for the Second Amendment, that you have the right to bear arms, which is the constitutional right. So this man bear arms, and they didn't beat him up, throw him on the ground, and the one officer, if you look at some other videos, he took the gun. Maybe he said gun, and then they just start shooting because he had the gun. Because after it, then you heard like, who got the gun? Where the gun? Where's the gun? Everybody starts saying where the gun. The guy had the gun. I don't know what the situation is, but it needs to be. It's 2 people dead in less than a month. Now we are sitting on the sideline, and we're saying that we told y'all this shit was gonna happen. We sitting on the sideline. We said vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris got on the podium and said these things are going to happen. They're going to weaponize the DOJ. They're going to take the military and put the military on the streets and go after political opponents and the American people. They're going to take federal officers and they're going to go after the people. That's part of Project 2025. I guess most people didn't believe that that was going to actually happen. So they looked at it and thought it was a joke and thought, oh, the black lady is saying this. This is never going to happen. And now these are the results of a lot of these same people not voting for Kamala Harris. Because Donald Trump said the other day he was so sorry for the lady who died by these officers because her parents are Trumpsters and they love him. So he was so sorry for that. This him. He was apologizing. Before, she wasn't this, she wasn't that, she was radical, she was this, da, 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 da. But then once he found out the mom and dad was Trumpsters, then he's so sorry. I mean, somebody got to take the high road. Speaking of the high road, somebody got to take the high road. This is bad. Yeah, we got a midterm getting ready to happen. That's why I'm strongly considering running because, again, Jasmine Crockett is going to be running for senator. It's going to be a tough thing to win in Texas. We got another sister here running for senator here. Hopefully I'm going to bring her on the show. I'm going to let her tell y'all her name, which I think is a mighty fine sister. But we're somewhere on the level of Gestapos. If you go and do the research on Hitler's group called the Gestapos in Germany, it's no difference. There's no difference. There's no difference. So history is repeating itself. We say that we're in a country where the white nationalists are running it. What was white nationalism when Hitler was in power? Who did he have running around rounding up people? He had the Gestapo. Look it up. Tell me that there's not a direct correlation between the Gestapos and ICE. See, I go deep into history. That's why most of my peers is like, you need to run for office. You need to run for office. It's amazing as to where we're at right now. History is repeating itself. But here in America, I would have never thought that we would be practicing Gestapo tactics that they practice in Germany to put so many Jewish people in the concentration camps. Same thing. Gestapos were the one putting Jewish people in concentration camps and eventually killing them. And anybody that spoke out against them, the people, the Germans, they killed them too in the middle of the street. As a reminder, they were what they considered then as white nationalists. So white nationalists in this country, are we doing the same thing? So when Hitler got defeated and was kicked out of power, those things stopped. We're in some dark times, people. I'm glad Charles Barkley spoke out against it. It has to stop, unfortunately. Man. That's my show, ladies and gentlemen. I went over about an hour and 30 minutes. Hopefully I get back to the regular schedule program of doing 45 minutes on here. I want to thank you all for joining me today. This was a very difficult day for me. I'm glad you were here. Some of you in the chat helped me get through the first part of the show, to be able to get through this part of the show, because it was a very emotional time for me. And I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I'll be back on Wednesday for another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. Please remember to go to my YouTube page, like, share, and subscribe. That's Uncle Luke TV. Also go to my TikTok page, Uncle Luke 305. Don't tell me I'm getting choked up again. Also go to my Twitter, Instagram is the same name, Uncle Luke Real One. Facebook, Uncle Luke fan page. I enjoyed it. In the words of Walter Cronkite, may the good news be yours. Peace. I love you all. Stay safe. See you on Wednesday. God willing.
Make the booty go, 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 pop, pop, make the booty go, pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.